How's it going, everyone? Bass here. In today's video, I want to go over what we should expect from Packers' first-round rookie from the 2022 NFL Draft out of Georgia, inside linebacker Quay Walker. So to start this off, I'll say during draft night, I feel like a lot of us were a little bit confused with this draft selection when the Packers ran up that card for that 22nd overall selection, and it read Quay Walker, inside linebacker out of Georgia. I mean, the Packers just re-signed De'Vondre Campbell to a long-term extension, a 5-year deal, just a week prior from the draft. They already had a pretty solid second inside linebacker in Chris Barnes and a couple other guys under him, such as Isaiah McDuffie. And in general, the Packers defense really didn't run base a lot. They are mainly in nickel, meaning De'Vondre Campbell was kind of the only inside linebacker out there at times. So a lot of people really didn't see inside linebacker as a big need for this team, especially not a first-round selection with all the other needs across this football team. But I will say this, and I can only speak for myself, but ever since draft night of them selecting Quay Walker, every single day, I've been getting more and more excited about the thought of Quay Walker in this defense. So in today's video, I wanted to go over and break down what we should all expect from Quay Walker going into this defense his rookie year as I break down some tape from him at Georgia. But before I get into the tape, if you are new here and want more Packers news, analysis, and updates, especially with training camp just under a week away, I will be posting highlights, updates from every single day of training camp. So if that interests you, please go down, consider clicking the subscribe button, and also leave a like on the video to support my channel. All right, so now let's get into the tape. So on this first clip, we're going to see Quay Walker right in the middle of the field here, and right in the beginning pre-snap, he's going to do kind of a false A-gap pressure, and I feel like we're going to see a lot of this from Quay Walker this year, A-gap pressure and pressure in general. And we'll see here once the offense changes the play or puts the running back in motion. I'm assuming the running back's goal here is to block Quay Walker, and he doesn't do a good job at it. Quay does a very good job of getting over this chip block and disrupting the quarterback. Now, it was still a complete pass to that receiver there, but the complete disruption by Quay Walker here will affect plays. And the fact that, you know, you see this running back here, his goal is to block Quay Walker. He needs to stop Quay Walker from getting to his quarterback, and he doesn't do a bad job at trying to chip him, but Quay Walker does a better job at getting over that chip and just brushing it off, staying on his feet, eyes still on the quarterback, and gets in his face. I mean, you want to see that. This quarterback is basically throwing off platform. Quay Walker's in his face. He is disrupting this throw. Now, like I said, it was complete, but you do this 10 times, and I'd say about 8 of them are getting incomplete or turnover or anything of that sort. So here's another play. Quay Walker is right in the middle of the field at the top here. Florida's backed up against on their goal line. This is going to be a designed quarterback run where he starts right. He's going to break back towards the left, and Quay Walker does a wonderful job at reading this and stuffing that gap. I mean, he's shutting this down from the start. So as you see here, right from the start, it's a run right. It's a counter back to the left as the quarterback's pushes right. He's going to counter back to the inside. You could see the lane here. But who's in that lane? Who was watching for this? Who was ready for this? It is Quay Walker. And his read and react time is just extremely, extremely fast for this play. Now, here's a play that just really showcases Quay's sideline-to-sideline speed, which he has a ton of it. This dude is extremely fast. He's extremely explosive and extremely agile. It's going to be a handoff to the right here to number 1, and Quay Walker is going to chase him all the way across the field and make this tackle. I mean, this is just extreme read and react speed. It's a read option at that, so he has to read that the running back even has the ball, as we see here. This is a read option. The quarterback can keep it and go left. His read was to hand off to the running back, which I don't know why, because they got the defensive end out here. Quarterback should have kept that one at the end of the day, but he hands it off, and the defensive end gets beat. And it's up to Quay Walker to basically chase this guy down, or number 29 here to make that hit. But Quay Walker does it first, and just extreme sideline-to-sideline speed, something we're not used to seeing outside of last year with De'Vondre Campbell at the inside linebacker position for the Packers. So here's another very interesting play, a very nice play. Quay Walker's right here at the top. Could kind of almost consider him a slot corner. He's that far wide, but that's because we have 3 receivers out here, and this is something, as I said, you would not expect from a linebacker on the Packers pre-De'Vondre Campbell. It's going to be a bubble screen to this inside receiver here, and Quay Walker does a great job reading and reacting onto this bubble screen and making the tackle, because it's basically at this point there's 2 blockers, 2 DBs. It's him versus his own guy, and theoretically, if this throw hits this receiver on time, he should be able to get outside before Quay Walker does. But the extreme speed and explosiveness of Quay Walker just does not allow that to happen. Turns this into a very, very minimal game and a very, very nice wrap-up tackle there on the sideline. Really impressive to see him almost as wide as the hashes making plays such as this. So here's a pretty simple play. It's just going to be a handoff to the running back here to the left, but it showcases Quay Walker's ability to read and react and then fight through blocking. Sheds block by number 9 there very, very easily and makes the tackle. So he's reading, reacting. He sees where the play's going. Number 9 has a good position on him to make this block and keep this block, but Quay Walker does a really good job, and I've seen this in a lot of his tape. It's swiping away, shedding the blocks very quickly, even from bigger offensive linemen, way bigger offensive linemen than him. He always does a very good job at that, and then still attacking into the play. And he's the one that makes the tackle and stops this play here after engaging in a block. Just very impressive. Great read and react and great block shedding here. And since I was speaking of block shedding, this one's more of just that. We see Quay Walker up here. It's going to be a designed quarterback run here. And basically, I want you to watch, before I play this play here, I want you to watch the center here, because the centers, they're basically going to drop back in pass protection to fake pass, but then it's going to be turned into a quarterback draw. It's a quarterback draw. And the center is going to go upfield to Quay Walker, and if you were a betting man, you would say, okay, well, this guy's a lot bigger than Quay Walker. He should have no problem blocking this linebacker. That's at least what the offense thinks. But that's just not the case here, because Quay Walker swipes him to the side like it's no one else's business and gets in on that pile. Now, quarterback was already going to be tackled, but the point here is the block shedding against the center. And it's very, very seamless for him, very quick for him, right through that block and right into the action. He just does such a great job at shedding blocks that I've seen so far in his tape. So for this play, Quay Walker's pretty much going to line up at edge, and this is something I think we could see the Packers do frequently with him. He does a great job containing here. I don't know if it's a design quarterback run, but the quarterback pumps right, runs left. Quay Walker does a good job staying home, containing that edge, getting outside, forcing a runner outside, and making the tackle. This is just a wonderful display, and this is all from him lining up at essentially an outside linebacker edge position here. So that's why I think he's just so versatile, and the Packers are going to be able to use him in so many different ways. So as we see here, it's going to be a pump right, a run left. Quay kind of commits to the right, but he has such great agility and explosiveness and speed. He can track right back to the play side where the ball's going. So we'll see here. Sheds one block. At this point, his body is completely turned to the right because he saw that pump fake, but he realizes right then and there the quarterback has the ball in his hand and he's going to be going left. And it's up to him to make this play because this linebacker is he's done, right? 2 blockers on the ground. It's him versus this quarterback. He's at a disadvantage here, but he does such a good job at getting his body around, flipping his hips, and tracking that down for a loss behind the line of scrimmage. Just an absolute read and react, great play, great explosiveness, great speed, shedding a block, and just tracking this quarterback down. Just such a really, really nice play here. So for the last 2 plays, I have a couple coverage plays. We have Quay Walker right here at this linebacker position. He's kind of manned up with the slot receiver here. Slot receiver is going to run a quick slant, and Quay Walker is going to do a great job at getting in his face right at the break. And he does not allow this to be complete. This is an incomplete pass. Great job getting physical at the point of attack and not interfering with the receiver, resulting in a penalty. This is perfect timing. This is perfect execution of interrupting this slant route and breaking up the pass. So for the last play, I have yet another coverage play, and as we see, Quay Walker again is out here on the edge. This is going to be a designed play for this tight end. He's going to be running like a delayed fade or delayed Texas angle route, and Quay Walker is going to do a great job at realizing this and breaking up the pass. And this is from the left side of the field at edge. I don't know if he's manned up on him, but it's definitely his assignment here. He's going to fight through this block here, realize the tight end is coming out, it's a pass, and he gets there so fast. He could have even had an interception. But his read and react time, that's just what I keep seeing in this film. It's just so damn fast. His ability to quickly get to the ball, get to the play is just outmatched through the film I've watched so far. And this is super impressive, being pretty much an edge at this point. He's basically containing the left side, looking for what would be a read option, a run, a quarterback design run, something of that sort. But when it turns into a pass, he's so quickly to realize that, get to this tight end, because as of right now, that tight end looks open. If the ref isn't standing there, you lead that inside, you might beat him. But Quay Walker has such great speed and explosiveness, he gets to that ball before the ball even gets to that tight end. Just a great job there in coverage for Quay Walker. So that about does it for the tape. And overall, I will say this. I am super excited for Quay Walker in this defense. It's finally about time that the Packers start to invest in this linebacker position, from signing Devondre Campbell, becoming an All-Pro last year, extending him 5 years, and then drafting Quay Walker in the first round. I think he will be a significant upgrade to Chris Barnes, and this isn't a knock on Chris Barnes. He is a solid starter, but I just do believe Quay Walker offers a lot more in this very defense. Barnes is an inch shorter, 6 pounds lighter, but yet runs his 40-yard dash in 4.79 seconds, whereas Quay runs his in 4.52 and also has an elite 3-cone time of 9.29. Quay is just much more fluid in coverage, much more fast, much more explosive, whereas Barnes struggles in coverage pretty badly and is overall just kind of an inconsistent inside linebacker. And again, this isn't a knock on him. He was an undrafted free agent coming out of UCLA, really showed promise, and I think he still is a very solid player. This is more so just a praise for Quay Walker. And I think he will be used in all sorts of ways in this Joe Barry defense, as I showed on this film, from coverage to A-gap pressure to even playing some edge reps. I think Quay has a lot up his sleeve, and I think he will be used similarly how the Cowboys use Micah Parsons, who blew up last year with 13 sacks, 20 tackles for losses. Not saying Quay will do that, but I do see a good amount of sacks and tackles for loss in Quay's rookie season. I also think he will give the Packers more leverage to use a base defense more this year, whilst not getting torched up the middle of the field as they did in years past. Devondre Campbell is arguably the best coverage linebacker last year and had the highest PFF grade for a Packers linebacker since 2010. And now they're just adding another super athletic, explosive linebacker to the mix to partner with him. I think the days of weak linebackers missing tackles, getting consistently beat by tight ends, running backs, week in and week out, and tackling guys 5 yards past the line of scrimmage are over. I firmly believe Devondre Campbell and Quay Walker can become a very deadly duo in the middle of this defense for years to come. But I want to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. What do you think Quay Walker will amount to his rookie year? Do you think he will start day one at that inside linebacker 2 spot? What kind of stats are you looking for him, or what kind of packages you think he'll be in? Do you agree with me that they can use him, in all sort of different ways, from A-gap to edge to traditional coverage linebacker? And also, has your opinion changed on the pick since it happened in April? Because I know mine certainly has. But that about does it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Pack Go.